Greetings, fellow Battanians, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Mount and Blade 2 Bannerlord, Lords of the Forest, Episode 73, Overthrown. At the start of this stream, as you can see above my head, we're going to continue with the war with the North Empire. And as I just mentioned, it is being measured in war progress here. So I can't sign a peace treaty, we just have to keep defeating them. They have pushed a lot of armies towards Diathma, and we repelled them, and now we've since taken Sinopia. And what I'm hoping to do is to continue capturing territory so that we can win the war goal. Taking a look at the geopolitics before we really get into it, the North Empire is also at war with Khuzait. They have suffered a whole lot of losses as a result of our raids against them. So we have inflicted a lot more casualties, and their total strength has been depleted as a result, which is great. Khuzait, of course, is also at war with the Northern Empire. Battania and Sturgia is going at it, which is like a tale as old as time. My only worry with Battania is they are really on the ropes. They don't hold a lot of castles, don't hold a lot of towns. They are really getting punished. Azurai has grown to be a bit of a behemoth in the absence of us fighting them, because we haven't been able to really fight them and the empires at once. But they are going toe-to-toe with Valandia, which is good, because they're roughly of the same strength. And then Sturgia is definitely winning against Battania, and some of that I think is my fault. The amount of tribute that we pay Sturgia so that we could focus on the Empire has probably given Sturgia the means to mess with Battania, because we're not paying off Battania. So indirectly, it is our fault. We have a pretty sizable army right now, about 700 strong, and we have momentum. So the thinking here is to go north to Atrian Castle and Argaron, because the north will only share a border with Khuzait, whereas if we head south, we share a border with Khuzait and Azurai, and I don't really want two fronts in the future. The war goals are pretty close to being realized, so there's not too much left for us to have to do, which is fortunate. And then there's also another army led by Kemel the Lucky, and they might make moves as well. Our current war strategy is offensive, so hopefully they're going to get aggressive here. But yeah, our empire is kind of mostly situated in the north of Valandia, but Valandia has spilled into Battanian territory considerably to make up for their lost territory that we took. And I would really like to consolidate our territory and forces at some point. That would be most ideal. Owner of Sinopia. Alright, everybody wants it to be mine, pretty much. Except for 8% want Ragnar. I will take it. I'm not going to hold on to it. I am going to elevate one of my companions for it, I think. But before I do that, let's check to make sure all the clans have fiefs. No, Fen Mildew does not. Rhadamant the Black is landless. And we have 2 fiefs. So I could give one to Rhadamant the Black and then one to someone else. And that's probably what I'm going to end up doing. I'm a little fuzzy about how I go ahead and... Oh, I think it's in this. So Rasos Castle. Why am I blanking about how to gift things? I think I have to talk to them directly.
I'm your...
No, I can't give fiefs this way. I forget what menu it is. It's one of the sub-menus. In the Kingdoms tab? Okay, let's see that. Kingdoms tab. Oh, yeah, here we go. Gift. Alright, so we own Rovalt. I want to continue owning Rovalt. We own Rasos Castle, and I'm going to give this to Rhadamant the Black's clan, the Fen Mildew. So now every clan, and thank you for that, Shinjin. Every clan now has territory, and I have 2 towns, and I would like to ascend one of my new companions to leader so that we can have yet another vassal. We are just vassalizing everyone. So taking a look here, we've got... let's see. I want to pick someone... So Armand of the Hills is obviously our scout, and I'm going to leave him alone. Also, it's probably worth running the giveaway for the family name. So the giveaway timer is up above my head. So I probably want to ascend the person with the best stewardship. So that might be Lodana the Disposed. She has a stewardship of 80 and a leadership of 60. Let's see if anyone has her beat. No one has her beat. Aranos the Silent has a leadership of 120, but stewardship is probably the most important because that determines army size. So Lodana the Disposed is going to become the next vassal of mine as soon as this timer's up and we raffle it off. Alright, our army has plenty of food, so we're going to keep riding north. Rasos is being raided. Hopefully Camel deals with that. That would be great. Ragnvad just took Uthlaim Castle. That's not good. They're chewing away at Battania even deeper. I'm truly worried about Battania. I mean, we are... Because our territory somewhat encompasses them, the only ones that can mess with them is Valandia and Sturgia. And as soon as we are not tied up with the Empire, I could actually start weakening, probably Valandia. Because Valandia owns a bunch of Battanian territory, like Dromore Castle, Astor Castle, Pencannock, Lennock, Hen, Remtoil, and we could take that from them, and it is culturally Battanian territory, which would be most excellent to own. In fact, I would be happy to move my capital from Revolt to Pencannock. Right? If I'm going to own a town, I would much prefer to own a Battanian town, because I only recruit Battanian troops, so there's really not much of an advantage to have a Valandian town under my control. Alright, this castle is not too guarded. Its food stocks are super low, so it's going to be very easy to starve out. And then it will only have 166 militia defending it. It only has 2 days of food. Oh, and Revolt just grew its garrisons again. Nice. And cheers, Turtle. Thank you for the bits. And Wasteland Puppy, thank you for the resub. All right, ransom offers are going to be ignored. And it looks like a Turian castle doesn't have quick siege production. Their catapults didn't get deployed super fast, which is good, because then that allows us to destroy their catapults with relative ease. It's really difficult when their catapults are like super souped up. Sturgia and Battania. Sturgian just been taken prisoner? Okay. And as far as our engineering goes, I have been dropping focus points into it, and we are pushing towards probably camp building. We're working towards that. I wish it was easy for me to see if any of our Empire-held territory is under siege. Engineering's gone up again. Awesome. Alright, let's go ahead and make all of the engineering deployments, even if we're not going to use them, just for more engineering XP. And add some cohesion to the army. I don't want it to fall apart. That'd be a real problem. Oh, well, Camel the Lucky is joining us. Cool. I think this is the first time that I've ever been joined in a siege. In fact, I'm damn near convinced it is the first time. But one of the disadvantages we have is, unlike the other kingdoms, our vassals are relatively unskilled, untrained, and aren't able to be all that effective as army leaders because they have very limited stewardship and other skills related to army leading. But if I have a lot of them, you know, that works to my benefit. And I may end up with a... Ooh. I wonder. Oh, I can talk to her now. Good.
My sword.
Because I was thinking, if I give away the... If I give away the town, the Sinopia, I might be high up on the list of people to inherit Atrian Castle, allowing me to ascend yet another vassal. So let's go ahead and raffle this off. Turtle Sandwich. It is going to be your family name, so you can decide while I talk to LaDonna and make her a new vassal. Alright, clan name. Mr. Turtle Sandwich, you can decide. So yeah, this is the first time anyone has actually came to my assistance before. Before here, every siege was just the troops that I directly controlled and nobody joined me. So this is the first time I've been joined by an ally, which is different. Definitely unique. It's the other turtle. I'm just gonna call it Turtle. Ben Turtle. Waited long enough. Alright. Ben Turtle. Could spell it right. LaDonna the Disposed Turtle. Alright, let's lead an assault. And get rid of all the trebuchets, because we don't need them in this fight, because we already broke the walls. And this should be really easy. We outnumber them like 1,000 to 100, like 10 to 1.
Sergeants take command! Shoulder 'em!
Because... Oh, wait, what weapon? I have the War Razor, right. I never switched back. I have a War Razor because we attacked a keep last stream, and I haven't fixed that. Oh my god, people. Y'all in my way. Well, this is not an ideal weapon for this fight, but oh well. We outnumber them so severely, I don't think it really matters. Does this count as one-handed or two-handed? I think it's a two-hander because I don't have a shield. Oh my god, they're just so weak. They're so puny. I think they're already fleeing. I'm not sure that my character is going to be at all useful in the remaining parts of this fight. I'm just going to hang back because my own troops are going to cut me off. No, that's not true. Well, I shot someone at least. It's something. Oh, here we go. Whoa, God! We didn't even take wounded. We just stomped them outright. That is hilarious. Alright, well the castle was taken. I'm going to show mercy, because I'm supposed to be merciful. And... I wonder... Oh, there we go. There were, for whatever reason, prisoners. The Camel the Lucky took prisoners from that fight and put it in Atrin Castle. So I actually withdrew the prisoners so that I have them in my own army. That way they cannot be ransomed off easily. Well, thank you for the resub. So we're up to 82 war progress with the Northern Empire. Let's go to Argoron. I don't see any reason why not. No one even got wounded in the last fight, so we are completely ready for this next one. I may want to donate some of the weapons that I have that I received to the troops. Oh, wow, we really didn't get very much. Because I have some lobies. You know, we took some losses last stream, so some of these guys are slightly lower level. Like, we have still a level 2. Well, looking good. Looking real good. So, Legata. Who's at war with them again? Let's check. So that would be Azurai attacking Legata. Got it. And then, woo, Maranath is under attack by Sturgia. That is bold. That's I think, right? Let me double check. Yeah, man, that is striking at the heart of Battanian territory. So who leveled up? You did. Party size or prisoner limit? Let's go with party size. The other thing that might be wise is to do another giveaway timer just for the next family name, because Atrin Castle might fall into my control, and I'd be able to ascend yet another vassal. Oh, did Camel the Lucky's army disbanded? That was probably a lack of influence, because it takes a considerable amount of influence to keep it going. So the food stocks in this town are like not particularly low. One tactic I have yet to use is trying to sneak in, buying all their goods, and then besieging them. I'm not allowed to use that as a I'd be like interested in trying to do that. That would be definitely be underhanded. Though I don't know if that's the type of personality that my character has. But I have 0% chance to do that anyway, because my sneaking skill sucks. So maybe I'll just siege them outright. They have 8 days of food. It would be possible to starve out the garrison, which makes up, like, 3/4 of their defense force. But I might not even wait that long. I'm not too worried about it. So Atrin Castle's coming to my ownership. So just like last time, I will have the opportunity to give that out and form a new vassal. Might it be possible to crush the Empire in this stream? Oh, I certainly will try. It really depends on whether or not the other empires mess with me. Oh no, Camel the Lucky's still here. Okay, cool. Right? I don't really control whether, like, let's say, Azurai and Khuzait and Valandia, like, declare war on me and mess with me to the point where I can't just, like, pay them off. I hope, but, you know, you never know. So in terms of war goals... Wow, I'm actually down war goals? I'm surprised. I, like, took a castle and ended up lower. It looks like their siege works in this city suck. They only had 2 fire catapults built before I set up the siege camp. Not entertaining any ransom offers. And in 2.5 minutes, I will raffle off the next family name. Might not be enough of an important castle? Possibly. Or alternatively, it's possible that... Nope. 2 of the prisoners escaped. So maybe that's it. I don't know. I can only guess. Oh, now the prisoner just escaped. I mean, it would be useful if you saw the... Well, yeah, my war progress has gone up for some reason. I don't know. But it'd be cool if it was a breakdown. Like, a lot of 4X games have. Engineering skill up to 170. So 5 more points, and we get the option of picking a new talent. And with 4 days left of food, it might make sense to starve them out just to make it easier. As far as I could tell, the Empire doesn't really have a good counterattack going on. Like, nothing is happening to my territory by the Northern Empire, meaning that I'm not in a rush necessarily to steamroll. I might as well minimize my losses so that I have plenty of momentum. And it looks like we are winning some skirmishes too. My vassals have been taking them prisoner as well, as far as I could tell. What's the prisoner count up? Well, 1 escaped, so it's not exactly correct. The other thing I could do is I can cycle out my trebuchets and put in fire onagers, just so that I'm, like, constructing new things for engineering skill as I wait. A bit cheese, but, like, I'm okay with a bit cheese. If I'm sitting here. And the new family name. Going out to Holodeck. So Holodeck, let me know in chat what you want the new family name to be. And you can become famous. The Empire of the Board just contracted with the Northern Empire. Got it. Battania just recaptured Mekalovia Castle. That's good. I like to see Battanians doing well in their war. Engineering's up to 172, and they only have 2 days of food left before they starve. I'm really surprised that the morale is as high as it is. Considering that we're nearly starving them out, we've destroyed all their walls, we've destroyed all their siege equipment, and we have them surrounded and outnumbered. And they're like, oh yeah, spirit's still good. Also, was it Arian's party here? I think the party changed. Maybe I'm wrong. They certainly died off. There was like 100 of them, now there's only 20. Oh, there's my new vassal. With 95 troops, that's awesome. Already immediately seeing a benefit? Sounds awesome to me. Alright, Fen Barclay. Let's do it. Let's ascend you. So the next best person, I think, was Jinda? No. It was Mr. Silent here. The only reason I would pass up Aronos the Silent is that he has not... Well, let's check his gear before we do. Because my worry is he was the last one to be recruited, so maybe he doesn't have good gear. No, his gear is actually pretty suited. So all he really needs is a flag. We'll give him a steel banner. And let him know that he's now a vassal.
I await your orders.
All right. Aronos the Silent, Fen Barclay. My relationship increased by 102 with him. Really? Was it that bad before? I am surprised. We were at -2. We went to 100. I mean, I'll take it. That sounds awesome. I'm just surprised it was so low to begin with. Alright, so war goals here. We're up to 90. And their garrison is starving out. So another day or two, and their garrison of 400 will be a garrison of 0, and then as they build fire catapults and we kill them, their militia is dying off too. So, I don't do a lot of long sieges, but I figured this one, because they only had about a week's worth of food, was worth the long siege. Ooh, they broke one. We did just have one take prisoner. Or escape or something, I don't know. It looks like a lot of my other vassals that aren't directly with me have been raiding settlements, which is not ideal. I wish they wouldn't, but there's no way for me to tell them not to do that. It's not exactly honorable to kill a bunch of villagers and steal their stuff. Although it certainly does weaken the Northern Empire in the process. Garrison is almost down to 0. And now that it is zeroed, let's finish off this poor town. I almost feel bad for what I did this town. I firebombed it and starved it out at the same time. That's got to be some sort of, like, record war crime in this era. Sappo, thank you for the resub. And 3-year resub, too. Yeah, ransacking the town, or ransacking the villages, rather, probably almost certainly increases the war goal. For sure. I just wish that it wasn't, that's not how we were doing it. Because we're supposed to be honorable, and I want to not kill Empire citizens if I can help it. The people need to be shown a better way. That Lucan and... I think it's just Lucan now. Is not a good leader. And this is going to be another steamrolling. Maybe this will actually resolve the war score. We'll see. Oh, I like the design of this town. It's like, it looks Dutch. Well, not exactly, but all the canals. Well, the water level's a little low. I don't really need to be part of this fight. I can go exploring. And then like the like red brick and cream color stucco or whatever it is. It's definitely an Empire town though. You can tell by the arches and all that. Despite what I think personally about the Empire, I gotta say the architecture is probably a little bit more attractive than a lot of the other civilizations. The Empire feels more, well, Empire. Battanian towns feel like hill forts built into the forest. Oh, is there someone stuck in a wall? Alright, I'm gonna have to go intervene. Oh no, they're not stuck in a wall. There we go. Well, we have a ton of prisoners. Ooh, got a new steel banner. I feel like I just handed one of those out. Northern Empire defeated. The clans of the Northern Empire have defected to surrounding kingdoms as their leader has given up all hopes of restoring the Empire. Yeah! That's right! Quest completed. Eliminate the Northern Empire. So if you're wondering, that war score... Whoa! When they say defected, they meant joined me like crazy. I now have Mazea, Serenea, Oneira, Fiaken, and then probably all the castles in between, I'd imagine. Plus 37 notifications? That's a bit much. Alright, well, before I do anything else, let's ransom off all these prisoners. I can ransom off literally all of them because they don't really belong to anyone anymore. I could try to talk to them, but I don't think any of them are related to me. Well, actually, no, let's cancel that. Before I ransom off the nobles, I want to make sure that none of them are actually relatives. You didn't think it'd be that fast? Nor did I. Ooh, Legata's under, rebellion. But, you know, we're not done. They're still enemies. But if we take a look at the kingdom tab here, we now own almost as much as Khuzait. And more than, well, I would say about equal to Azerai. We just ballooned out like crazy. Alright, so prisoners. Right. Let me not forget what I was doing. So that technically was the victory condition, right? I don't have any active quests. We have defeated the Empire. They are gone entirely. I am going to disband my army. I don't need army people right now. I'd rather have them refilling their number. And I could consider Bellathor. I could consider if any of these vassals that I have under me right now, and well, other than Lucan, because Lucan was the lord of the whole empire. Actually, I'm really curious if I can actually talk to Lucan.
You know.
And Sappo, thank you for bits.
This better be important.
Cheers. I'm curious, what would he want for peace? 100K? Yeah. I don't really care what he has to say. No, as far as I can tell, I can't just, like, recruit him. I wasn't planning on it, I was just curious if it was even an option. I don't know if any of the other people that I have with me here are lords of their families. This guy is. So he's close-fisted, honest, daring, and calculating. Before I do anything else, I'm going to quick save, because I don't want a close-fisted person, right? We have rules about that. I'm just curious if it's even a possibility for me to entice them. Because now they're landless.
It's been a while.
Oh, no, it's just a piece. Never mind. Okay. So I can let them all go. I'm not going to actually be able to interact with them in any other way. So, Tavern District, ransom prisoners. All the nobles are now free to go. I don't really mind them being their own, like, clansmen, because from what we've seen from the West Empire and the Southern Empire, like, after a week or two, they all just die off anyway. So that works for me. Now we're going to have a bit of an issue, because we have a ton of territory to divide up. And instead of ascending more companions, I think in this case, my plan... Whoa, you're right, I starved their town out. My plan is to divvy up the territory amongst the vassals so that the vassals that I do have are wealthier. Because wealthy vassals can afford bigger armies. So let's get through this. These are all inheritance ownership things of destroying the Empire. And we're going to have a ton of land claims. And then this is all me declaring war on the individual clans of the Northern Empire who have now dissolved. And there were a lot of them. Then this message is that the Northern Empire is gone. And then these are more land claim owners. And then this message is the Northern Empire is gone. Just to rub it in. Salt in the wounds, right? Can I highlight a previous captive and then recruit them in the overworld? Hypothetically, yes. I would just need to find them again. Because I released them all doesn't necessarily mean they're at Argaron. They, like, teleport around. Actually, in fact, nobody's here in the Lord's Hall. So, it is possible to recruit because, the other people in this world are somewhat static. I mean, they could die of, like, old age and stuff like that, but generally speaking, you can find people more than once. We need a new war goal, I think. So the current priority right now is to replenish troops in Battania. But then I'm going to have you guys decide what to do next. Check the tavern. That's always wise to do. No one's in there. So, let's think. Valandia is what most of my vassals support. I know my head's in the way, but 94% of my vassals want war with Valandia. We are also paying them 8k tribute a day. Alternatively, and Valandia and Azurai are at war with one another. Alternatively, you can get vengeance for Azurai because they captured a lot of the territory that we had captured. So we have a bit of a bone to pick with them. One of the advantages of Valandia is Valandian territory is nested all the way to the west, so it doesn't actually border a lot of stuff, so we're not going to get a lot of war claims. So we took a lot of Valandian territory around here. We're not likely to lose it very easily, because we don't have neighbors over there. One of the advantages of Azurai is they are a growing behemoth, and cutting them down while they're at war with Valandia would be a bit of a benefit, I think. We could also consider a war with Khuzait. My 2 cents, that's a little bit less attractive. Our tribute payments to them are a lot less than Azurai and, well, than Valandia. We could also go to war with Sturgia. Sturgia just resolved peace with Battania, but they're really not in any position to be a threat to us, and it would remove our tribute payment. So, what is our next war goal? We've got Valandia, Azurai, Sturgia, or Khuzait. Give you 5 minutes to vote on that while I mosey on back to our territory. It also wouldn't be a terrible idea to try to take Legata, because it is, it's a bit of a freebie.
The defeat of Istiana's coalition marked the dying gasp of the Calradian Empire. No longer would the people of other lands fear the tread of the legions. No longer would they worry that their generation would be the last to know the old ways. Instead, the great cities of the Empire would be governed by those whom the Calradians once called barbarians. Over time, the Calradians and the peoples of the Outer Kingdom would live together and intermarry. Their children's way of life would mix the old ways of 2 worlds with new devisings of their own. Some said that the Empire's fall was heaven's punishment for its domineering arrogance. But if this was true, it was clear that heaven's will had been wrought through the hands of a champion, who used the Empire's own dragon banner against it to rally the avenging armies of its foes to the cause of its destruction. And the peoples of this new world would long remember the one who destroyed tyranny and delivered peace.
You have conquered Calradia. It took 13 years, or 3 hours in real time? No, sorry. Hold on, let me hide the overlay so you can actually read that. I didn't take 2.96 hours in campaign time. That's not true at all. No children born. 16,000 influence solved, 18 issues solved, 74 tournaments win. We ranked number 1 in the tournament leaderboard. We recruited 3 prisoners. Did we? All right. Didn't really get much of a crime rating. 207 wins, 0 losses. So, yeah, don't mess with us. Biggest battle won as the leader was a 2.2k. And I formed an army of 1,284 at the largest. I knocked out or killed in person 5,500 individuals. Yeah, I can see that. And I took 433 hostage. No, I feel like the killer knockout in person is a little low considering the hero taken in. I don't know. That doesn't sound. These numbers I don't find believable. Earned 3,279,000 and about a third of a million in caravans, and a little over, well, a little over 2/3 million in workshops. Earned from ransoms? Yeah, no, that number's all wrong too. Yeah, so some of this data is real off. Like, I've ransomed off way more than 11k. I ransom off 11k in, like, after every battle. Never crafted, and then yeah, okay. Interesting, the statistics page, you know, even if I consider the numbers very suspect. Thank you for tuning in to Mount and Blade 2 Bannerlord, Lords of the Forest, which originally streamed live on Twitch July 20th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Bannermen.